Chapter 7. The Real-World Ramifications of Our Pro-Alcohol Culture. Virtually every sexual assault is associated with alcohol abuse. Almost every assault of any kind is related to drinking. C.D. Dan Mote, President, University of Maryland, August 2008. Given the widespread popularity of both marijuana and alcohol as social and recreational intoxicants, it's hardly surprising to discover that the two substances are potential substitutes for one another. Yet, as we explained in Chapter 6, our society steers citizens who might otherwise enjoy relaxing with cannabis toward the use of alcohol. In other words, by artificially reducing the use of marijuana in this country, we are artificially increasing the level of alcohol use and all of the problems that go along with that use. So what are some of the real-world ramifications of this practice? To begin our assessment, it seems only appropriate that we look to MTV's long-running reality show, The Real World, which since 1992 has purported to demonstrate what happens when young Americans stop being polite and start getting real. Yet there is something decidedly unreal about the social lives of the show's cast members. In more than 20 seasons, including more than 140 cast members representing the 18 to 29-year-old demographic, viewers have never once witnessed anyone chilling on the couch after taking a hit off a joint or a bong. Instead, season after season, cast members, including the under-21 housemates, drink to their heart's content. Viewers have seen drunken young women performing in public like strippers, and they have witnessed inebriated male and female cast members engaging in random sexual hookups. Excessive drinking on the set has frequently led to heated arguments among castmates, fights, abusive language, and overly aggressive actions toward women. In some cases, these actions have even led to arrests. Hangovers and blackouts on The Real World are just a fact of life, yet despite all of this alcohol-fueled debauchery, there is no indication that the show's producers have ever considered taking steps to reduce cast members' alcohol intake, even though two housemates ultimately entered rehab for alcoholism during the filming of the show. If anything, it seems as if the prevalence of alcohol-fueled episodes on the show have increased over time, as has the proliferation of alcohol-inducing playthings like pool tables and hot tubs, to the point where one could only assume that producers are encouraging the use of booze. This was undoubtedly the case when they arranged for the suitmates in The Real World Las Vegas to work for a nightclub and even serve cocktails. Is The Real World exactly like The Real World? Well, no. First of all, surveys indicate that residents of the real world often use marijuana and typically have ready access to it. In addition, most people have actual responsibilities that diminish their ability to get shit-faced 6 or 7 nights a week. These 2 points aside, however, the comparison is spot on. We live in a society that has created something of an intoxication-related balloon effect. The balloon effect describes a situation where the proactive prohibition of one action produces a similar counteraction, like when you squeeze one end of a balloon, you simply shift air to the other end. This analogy is often applied to efforts to eradicate illegal drug crops in South America or Afghanistan. For instance, if authorities exert pressure to try to eliminate the cultivation of coca crops in Colombia, production will simply increase in Peru or some other nation. In the real world, like on The Real World, we exist within a society where pressure is being applied to the marijuana end of the balloon. As a result, air is shifted to the alcohol end, and its use has expanded. Let's take a look at what this expansion has wrought.